All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The ones that men that get life for this truth, the day Yahushai shall rise first, the pioneers of this truth. The ones that are great elders of great Muslim that taught me the truth. Honestly, brothers out there, teens to the house of David, the 144,000, the church of the saints, and the men, women, and children are part of the elect, the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. You blacks, Latino Native Americans, basically, WW3 watching the clip. You know, Germany sending tanks, hundreds of infantrymen to Russian border. So we're just going to play this clip and just go in the spirit. You know, bring out these scriptures. Keep pushing this truth out, man. Make the Lord's ears heavy, man. You know, feed the sheep, teach the flock. Lord willing, the flock, the sheep, the elect of our people, they're waking up to the truth, man. That's why all this hell and calamity is coming, because our people are waking up to who they are. These elites are scared, and the four angels in the four corners of earth, that destruction is getting nearer and nearer. So our kingdom's coming. So we're not resting here. Micah 2:10. Arise and depart, for this is not your rest. This ain't our rest, man. So we got to keep pushing for this clip.
This is WW7 with an update to the situation between NATO and Russia. We've been seeing a massive buildup for some time as NATO has been sending all kinds of weaponry, and they keep reshuffling. Instead of keeping troops there for longer than 30 days, they will reshuffle and send in troops from other countries. But what's happening now is there's another ramping up.
You better repent.
Of movement coming from a lot of these countries. And Germany, for instance, here is sending all kinds of tanks up toward the border. They're not sending their troops yet, but they're sending their tanks up there, and you have to realize they've been positioning equipment in these countries for some time, for a good period of time. So at some point, there's going to be men in there to man them. Now, Germany could send equipment, long as, say, the Polish guys know how to use it, they could man the weaponry or whoever.
USSR.
But at this point, this is another big move here, sending tanks right up to the border of Russia, and they are strategically also looking to put some of these tanks inside of Lithuania. Lithuania, which has told their people many times to have a plan, has just put out another alert. And I'm going to cover that in a separate video. So they are stating Russia could possibly invade into Lithuania. And now they're sending tanks up in this direction and everything else, and they're preparing for a lot more movement come February. So to give everybody a timeline here, this is in motion, and you can see here, these are the types of tanks, the Leopards, Leopard 2 tanks, and more than, well, they say actually 600 infantrymen. You're not talking thousands, but I guess at least a small amount, probably to train other troops and everything on how to use the equipment if it's not going to be the German military doing it. But, this is another NATO member state that is bordering Russia, and with everything heating up here recently, this is one of the latest moves. I wanted to keep track of it. So, Germany sending tanks up to the border with Russia. Russia's not going to be liking that and taking too kindly to that. And I will continue.
See, something's going to happen where they're going to turn on America, man. America's going to do something real stupid. The scriptures say you're going to put the hook in Magog and Gog. And all the Soviet Union that collapsed in 1991. December 1991. All those countries are going to come together, man. The old USSR. I will put hooks into thy jaw. And that's the times that we're living in. And they're going to shoot missiles upon America. They're going to shoot missiles upon her. Bring out the scripture. Jeremiah 15:9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north quarter. And they shall set themselves array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return. So let's talk about those missiles. That's what it's all about, baby. Those missiles. The missiles. Go down 13. Because of the wrath of the Lord it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished, and hiss at her in all plagues. But put yourselves in array against the Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. Jump down to 25. The Lord had opened his armory and have put forth the weapons of his indignation, for this is the work of the Lord, God of the hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. Come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Go to 29. Jump down to 29. Call together the archers against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done. Do unto her, for she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. So that's going to be the judgment for America, for shedding the blood of the saints. For all the wickedness have reached into the heavens of Yahweh Shai, the great spirit, the Father, who had a herd of buffalo show up in North Dakota in the pipelines. That's a spirit, man, rising up Gad and the tribes. Because Yahweh Shai is raising up the tribes, man. He's going to raise up the tribes. The prophecy says so. Through the scriptures, the Lord told us he's going to raise us up. I will punish you, but at the end I will have mercy on you. Jacob have I loved, Esau have hated. He hates Esau and loves Jacob, and he will have mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel. Whoever touches you touches the apple of my eye. This is why the Most High, through his Son, is sending his Son to destroy America for all the wickedness it done to the children of Israel and set up our empire, our kingdom, the return of the empire, the return of the Jedi, Yahweh, the Judah, the line from the tribe of Judah, the man you call Jesus Christ, the King of Kings, Yahweh Shai. He's coming back for his people, the elect. We're living in beautiful times. Call Lord Yahweh Shai. Shalom to the house of David, the 144,000. The church of the saints, men, women, children consist of the elect. The missiles are going to hit this place. Kwam Nashallah. Shalom.